Hey everybody, it's Kristen with KristenPoborski.com, where we help business owners and entrepreneurs just like you get more website traffic, build their lists, and sell more products and programs. And in this video today, I'm going to show you exactly how to get website traffic. I'm going to show you my top 5 traffic getting strategies. And the great thing about these, they aren't going to cost you a dime. Be sure to watch all the way to the end, because at the very end, I'm going to show you I'm actually going to give you access to a free checklist that's going to make this whole entire process super simple for you. Okay? Okay, so let's get started with traffic strategy number 1. Strategy number 1 is to post your content consistently. And what I'm saying right here is that you've got to be posting at least once a week. So, just pick a day a week and make sure that you post consistently on that day. And work your way up until you can post a couple times a day. I don't mean that. A couple times a week. Oh my gosh, who could do that? A couple times a day? You'd go crazy. That's all you do. Anyways, all jokes aside, posting up to 2 to 3 times a week would be great, but don't kill yourself. Don't neglect your other marketing strategies. But just try to do that. Now you might be wondering, oh my gosh, how am I going to know what to write about? Am I going to run out of ideas? And the answer is no. And I'm going to show you exactly how I do that in traffic strategy number 2. Let's dive into traffic strategy number 2. So I promised you I would give you the answer to how to find great content to write about. And trust me, you use these 3 tools. I'm going to give you a bonus one. There's actually going to be 4. You will never run out of content ideas. And the key is here to write about what people are either asking about or talking about on social media. If you don't do that, you're not going to give people a reason to come back to your website. It's going to be a dead zone. This, trust me, is a game changer for businesses. So the first tool that I like to use is called BuzzSumo. And you just go over there, type in your keyword, and it will come up with the most shared content out on social media. This is key. So what you do is you just take that content and you see what the most popular ones are and you write about it yourself. Now, another tool is if you're going to do a video, this is the bonus, then you just go over to YouTube and you type in your keyword or whatever subject you're going to write your video or to do your video on, and you search for the top content out there and you create videos for the top content out on YouTube. Okay. Now, 2, 3, and 4 are more about finding out what people are asking about. So if you can answer their questions, the most asked about questions out there, you will be a hero. So I use Quora and Answer the Republic to go in and do my research on those 2 places. So what you want to do is go out and find out what people are interested in, what they're asking questions about, and create your content around that. You do that and you will be a traffic superstar. Trust me on this. You gotta write, and you've gotta write consistently, but if you're not writing about what people care about, your website's gonna be a dead zone. Now we're down to traffic strategy number 3, on-page SEO. Oh my God, you're probably like crossing your eyes and you're saying, seriously, is she talking about SEO? And yes, I am. And this is so simple, even a beginner can do it. So what you've got to do here is figure out what your keyword is. You use the Google keyword tool, and then you use your keywords in your title, your meta, and your descriptions, and you use them throughout your article. Now, this sounds very simple, and I'm not going to go into the whole entire process. I've written a number of articles on this, and I'm going to give you the links to those in the description below so that you can go and read the whole thing. Takes maybe 5-10 minutes to do this whole entire process, but if you do this will get your articles and your videos and your content under the right keywords, out in front of the right people. Trust me, on-page SEO, You've got to put this onto your checklist and make sure that you do this for every single piece of content. It's worth the 5 to 10 minutes of doing it. So traffic strategy number 4 is all about posting your content out on the platforms. You've got to do this. If you are auto posting, which means you've set up some sort of plugin that just goes and auto posts out on social media, your content, once you hit that publish button, turn it off. Turn it off, turn it off. You need full control over what goes out there. And those silly auto posters, they usually have some sort of bland description. They may or may not pick up the image, which you definitely want to make sure that you have the image and really compelling copy when you put it out there on social media. So what I do is, as soon as I hit publish, I go over to my sharing buttons and I share out on social media using the the sharing buttons. And I always start with Google because it causes the search engines to start crawling your site looking for your content. That's the first place. And then I go around through Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, all of the big ones, Instagram. I don't use the sharing buttons to go out on Instagram, but I do make sure I go out and post it on Instagram. So make sure that you're posting it out on all of your social media platforms using the sharing buttons. And don't forget LinkedIn. LinkedIn is huge source of traffic, especially if you're out there, you're like a professional and you've got a brick and mortar business, or just anybody. You get a lot of traffic, especially if you're posting to those LinkedIn groups. So make sure you're out there posting your content the right way. We're down here to strategy number 5, and strategy number 5 is repeating your content. Now, I'm not telling you to repeat your content 10 times in one day, but what you want to do is get your content off your blog and continue to rotate it out there on social media, because the first time through, somebody didn't see it, most likely. There's going to be, as you build your social media following, you're going to have new followers. There may be a piece of content on your blog that's an evergreen piece of content that they didn't see. So you want to continually set up your content so that it is rotated out there on social media. A lot of people use Meet Edgar or Hootsuite. I prefer to use Social Oomph. And for the reason why I like to do that is I set it up once and I forget about it. And it rotates through all of my blog content on the day and the time that I want it to. And it just puts it right back to the end of the rotation, so it comes back through one more time again. So I'm going to put the link to that handy dandy tool down in the description. So when you're ready to do this part, you'll have it all right there at your fingertips. So number 5, repeat your content. Don't let it just go out there once on social media. Just set it up so that it goes out on a consistent basis and your followers will be thankful for you, and it is a great way to generate ongoing traffic with no extra work. So now we've gone through all 5 absolutely free traffic strategies. The first one is to publish content constantly, consistently and constantly. Number 2 is to research and write content that people actually want to read or answer their questions. Number 3 is to perform your on-page SEO so that you're out there getting organic traffic from your keywords. Number 4 is to post your content out on social media once you hit the publish button. And number 5 is to repeat. Okay, so I'll bet at this point you're still like going, where do I post? What do I do once I hit that publish button to get the most amount of traffic? Well, I've broken this down into a simple checklist, which you can just see the link to it right in the description below. Just go click on that, then you'll have the checklist and you can print it out and have it right next to you on your desk every time you hit that publish button and not worry about missing a single traffic source. Okay? Hey, and if you liked this video, please be sure to comment, like, and share with your friends. And I'd love it if you'd subscribe.